MXDVS is a fashion brand founded around 2013 to 2015 in Belgium, Antwerp by Max Reynders, who was born on the 4th of March 1993 in Houston, Solda. I have seen some videos about MXDVS around, but not a lot. I've seen some reviews and whatnot, but I've never seen a video essay, or whatever you call it, about Max or MXDVS. Max is a very chill and kind dude. I've talked to him multiple times before via Instagram DMs, and I also talked with him like a couple minutes ago because I asked him some questions for the video. I mostly ask him questions from time to time. He always responds. Beside me asking him stuff, we also chatted a bit. He responds to every message he gets from his fans and everyone. Honestly, a great guy, and I don't have any reasons to hate him. I found out about Max through Instagram. I thought his whole aesthetic was really cool, so I followed him, and I found out about MXDVS through following him. Also, just wanted to mention, he has cool ass tattoos. I love the whole aesthetic of his tats so much. He has some of my favorite tattoos ever. Moving on to the brand, MXDVS. MXDVS is thought of to be an acronym of the name Max Davidson or Max Davis, but it never got confirmed if it's true or not. MXDVS is an underground fashion brand which has recently started surfacing due to it having an appearance at Paris Fashion Week. I consider this brand one of those if you know brands, something like Yohji Yamamoto, something that only people that are already into fashion know about, and yet not all people that are into fashion know about MXDVS. I wonder why. MXDVS is a brand that has been seen with many underground and well-known artists. Some worth mentioning are Lil Peep, Ghostmane, Zillakami, Scarlord, and Mitchell Cave from Chase Atlantic. There are many more, of course, but those are just some that I know and like. MXDVS is very raw and brutal with graphics that say baptized in hell and life would be easier if I didn't have one. You would think it's your average edgy brand for your average teenage dirtbag. Well, yes, but actually, no. MXDVS has this certain thing about it, I don't know what it is, with items like the Lovesick hoodie. It shows a love story in the garment. On the official MXDVS website, it quotes underneath the product. In Antwerp, on the 25th of April 1913, a lovesick pair leaped from the clock gallery in the tower of the Antwerp Cathedral, falling 55 meters or 180 feet to their deaths in front of a crowded marketplace arm in arm. They climbed to the tower of the cathedral and from a height of 55 meters leaped into space, falling at the feet of passerbys. The boy was 18 years old and the girl was 19 years old. Their bodies were found with every bone broken. The police determined that it was a double suicide agreement. The couple had purchased tickets to visit the tower and the porter had noticed nothing unusual about their behavior. 5 letters were found in the tower, one addressed to the police and the others to various relatives, which showed that the act was premeditated according to the letters. The couple had been driven to their deaths because of their love affair. Many pedestrians witnessed the tragedy, left traumatized with some fainting at the sight. This tragedy goes in the history of Belgium as the Romeo and Juliet from Antwerp. Since their love affair had similarities to the story of Romeo and Juliet, we found an article in the New York Times and used it to make an ode to this tragedy that happened exactly 110 years ago today. Being able to capture such a story in fabric in a piece of clothing is something truly amazing, and it's stuff like this that makes me love MXDVS. Aesthetically wise, MXDVS is techwear-ish, punk-ish, darkwear, something like that. I personally consider MXDVS a darkwear brand. Since the brand started out, it changed aesthetically wise. Till now, I'd say it changed like 3 times. First era was very minimalistic with items that have quotes and plain branding on them, not having too much functionality. Second era, also my favorite era of MXDVS, very punk-like, starting to get more tactical and functional with very grimy graphics and violent quotes. Some of my favorite pieces from this era are the Pyromaniac t-shirt, the Teenage Dirtbag sweatshirt, Bomber Jacket 2.0, Thieves Sweatpants, and Code of Thieves hat. This is totally my opinion, but this was peak, I feel like. Not saying I don't love what MXDVS is doing now, I absolutely can't wait to see what the future will bring when it comes to MXDVS. Moving on to the third era, aka the current era MXDVS is in right now, very tactical and functional with products as the Grid Cargo Pants, Backpack 2.0, Combat Knit 2.0, and the Labor Jacket. It gives a very utilitarian feel and vibe. I feel like MXDVS just started slowly transitioning into the new era with pieces such as the masked hoodie, the masked pants, and masked poncho. It seems to me like MXDVS has started growing away from the utilitarian feel and vibe into a more gothic one. As much as I hate the whole opium aesthetic, I can't help but to say it seems opium inspired. It's clear that Max is inspired by Rick Owens, Maison Margiela, and Comme des Garçons, and many other brands alike. You can see him wearing pieces by Rick in his older posts on Instagram all the way from 2019. Max is also seen wearing pieces by other smaller fashion designers. Ending this video, I just want to say Max is an artist, not just a fashion designer. Also, I want to show off some of my favorite outfits by Max.